we talk about TRNC Bazaar, let's talk about you a little bit. You are obviously from the UK originally.
Yes, I am, yeah.
From London?
I am from London. I'm from Walthamstow. I'm a Walthamstow lad. I came here about 7 years ago. I followed my family, and I'm enjoying it very much at the moment, Jan.
It's great to have you here. Now, you've been here in North Cyprus for 7 years, but this is a very, very new site. So you haven't always been, you know, on the net and making websites and dealing with online bazaar here in the TRNC. So what's actually your profession, your trade?
I was a chef in the UK. I was a chef, and my family had a bar here that served food. So they asked me to come over, and would I work in the restaurant? So I was like, yeah, I will try it. And 7 years later, I'm still here.
So originally, to be honest, you came out here to work in your own, you know,
in my own restaurant. Yeah, that kind of that's closed down now, and we move on to different things.
And we were talking off air just before we started this interview that actually you got involved with the internet after getting a laptop, and you were playing around, and then it's sort of like, you know, it's taken over your life now, hasn't it, really?
Yeah, it has. I mean, I bought a laptop 4 years ago, my first one, and started to play with it. I got involved, well, people would say I was obsessed, and lived on the laptop for a year, and then decided to build my first website, which I thought was very proud of, but other people, looking at it now, I think, oh, that's really poor. And from there, it's just grown and grown, and I learnt PHP for 3 years, studying very hard, and now I build PHP websites.
So what exactly is PHP, for those who don't know about it, for those who aren't techno-savvy?
It's the name of a code. It's just the name of a code. But let's not get into that because...
too much information.
Yeah, it's for the yeah.
So using those codes, you can actually build a site.
You can build a site, yeah.
And so, I mean, when you were dabbling in other sites before, the first time, when you know, 4 years ago, I mean, what type of things were you interested in then? I mean, as a chef, were you looking at food and drink, or was it something completely different for you?
It was food and drink. It was food and drink, hospitality. That's what I was building websites, hospitality websites for TRNC, holiday sites. That's what it was all about. But then I started to take on things like databases, which stores information on websites, and that's how the TRNC Bazaar came along. It came along from that.
Would you say that it's quite easy or difficult to actually create a site? I mean, okay, each site is different. Some are good sites, some look really good, some look, you know, less high quality. But to actually create a site like TRNC Bazaar, it must be quite a lot of hard work to make it look so. I mean, it looks really good, you know. The way it's all laid out. You know.
It was quite difficult in the beginning because what I tried to keep in mind was keeping it simple. Now that sounds like it would make it easier, but no, it made it a lot harder to keep it simple. I want the site to be user friendly. Now we can make the site very, very complicated with lots of questions to answer and for the user, but no, we went the simple way. So that's what we've done. We've achieved that. I think I've achieved that. I hope I've achieved that. I hope the users will tell me that that is the case.
So you're thinking more about the user and how they would navigate around the site and make it easier for them to, you know, to find what they want to find. With that in mind, let's now actually go on to TRNC Bazaar. Now, this is relatively new. When did you establish TRNCBazaar.com?
It's a 1 month old. 1 month.
So it's a new project for the new year.
Very, very new for the new year.
When did it come about then? I mean, why all of a sudden would you want to actually decide to make a site like TRNC Bazaar? And we'll explain about the site a little bit later on to our viewers, for those who haven't actually seen it yet. But where did this idea come about?
I think the online marketing is very, very big around the world now. I think nearly every country has got online stores. Lots of websites around the world are always selling things, but TRNC is missing something. There's a big hole in the market here, and I kind of see that, picked it up very quickly. And that's how I built the site. The site was based on my findings for that.
So can we compare it to things like eBay, for instance? How people go online, look for something, sell things, you know? I mean, is it that sort of idea where you want people here in the TRNC to actually get things locally here, to share things, to be able to buy and sell online here in North Cyprus?
I think everyone in their garage, in their shed, in their cupboard has got something they want to sell. I'm sure everybody opens a cupboard and there's clutter in there, so there's always something. And another reason it came about, my mum said, I've got so much stuff in the garage and I need to throw it all away. I took a journey to the garage and there it was, there was a big pile of stuff, and I saw it through it and I was like, Mum, you can't throw this away. You need to sell this. Well, we put this stuff on the website. Within 1 week, we'd sold all of it. So my mum had money in her purse. And I was like, well, you see, so Dad said, I've got a drawer as well. He opens the drawer. He's got mobile phones. I said, Dad, we need to put them on. Now they're going around the house looking for items to sell. My mum won't have anything left soon.
It'll be an empty house.
It will be. I mean, they're quite old and they're enjoying themselves on the site.
Now, speaking of family, I believe that this is actually a family venture with you and your sister doing this together, isn't it?
It is indeed. My sister is, she's my partner in this. She works as hard as me. We spend a long time on the site. We're on there most of the day. We have a chat system on the site, which you will always be able to talk to us on there. Mm-hmm. We're there from 7 in the morning to 8, 9, 10 o'clock at night. You will always find us on there. So if you have any problems, you just click the chat button and you'll reach me. I'll be there and I'll answer any questions you have. If you're having any problems, I'll be there to answer any of your problems.
So it's you, Robbie, online, and also your sister's name is?
Lorraine.
Lorraine. So yeah. Robbie and Lorraine are the people behind TRNC Bazaar. And it's really, really interesting that here in North Cyprus, in 1 month, it's already picked up this sort of, site. It means that people are really desperate for this sort of, this venture to go, sky high, and to actually be able to reach out to everyone and to share what's going on.
I was quite taken back by the amount of numbers. Every morning I would wake up and I would see huge amounts of numbers signing on, and I was like, oh, this was growing very, very fast, faster than I ever had expected. So yeah, I was quite pleased with that. And the bigger the numbers went, the more excited I got, the more hours I spent on there. And another Facebook page came because of this. And we advertised through Facebook. And the site is growing very fast at the moment.
And that's how we met each other, via Facebook.
Well, yeah,
thanks to your shares on our site at BRTK. So tell us how exactly TRNC Bazaar works. I've seen the site and it's very well set out. And there's anything and everything that you can possibly imagine that you would like to sell or buy on this site. So can you describe a little bit about the site to us, how things work, what we do when we see the site, what can we expect when we open up the page?
When you open up the page, you'll see categories on the left-hand side. If you want to look at property, there'll be a property category. If you want to look at cars, if you want to look at phones, if you want to look at household electrical items, if you just click the category, then it will bring up everything in the category. If you want to search for an item, there's a search bar there. If you type in what you're looking for, then again it will come up with what you're looking for. Mm-hmm. The homepage is filled with items that I think are worthy of going on the start page, on our homepage. Right. They're kind of deals that I think are quite good. So kind of that's what's on the homepage. There's a recently listed tab on there, which if you click on that, everything that's new that's listed on our website will be on this page. Mm-hmm. So if you list an iPad today, it will look at recently listed and it will be there instantly.
So the regular people who go on there every day can see the newer stuff.
They just go straight to
recent today.
They go straight to recently listed. Look on what's new.
Right. So there you are with your sister, and you're building up this site, and you're giving opportunity to people out there to buy and sell and to look for things. So if I want to, first of all, do we have to become a member of this site? Do we have to register with you first?
You don't have to be a member to look at the site. And to buy things off of people from the site, you don't need to be a member. Now, I really do urge people, please become a member, because if the numbers grow, people are going to take the TRNC site seriously, and mm-hmm. I really do. I do want that to happen. I want us to be taken seriously. We're getting at the moment, for the first month, we have taken about 6,000 people through the site. We've got 130 members. Now, it doesn't mean that people are not looking, because people are looking, but they're not becoming members. To become a member is you answer 5 questions, and they're very simple questions.
Right.
So it's very easy, very quick, very simple to become a member. So I please urge people to become members, and let's be taken seriously.
But that figure of 6,000 in 1 month is a pretty good...
It's a very big number.
A big number for the first month,
It is a very big number.
of the site. So, let's say I've got a mobile phone that I want to sell. Obviously, you don't physically see all these items that are on sale, but do you have some sort of vetting opportunity, or are you just hoping that the people out there are honest and are not, selling, giving you one photograph of the goods and then, saying something else completely, not something up to standard? I mean, are we hoping that everyone here is honest on your site?
No, I mean, I can vet the products to a degree.
You want a photograph, don't you, first of all?
Of course, we do need a photograph of your product. Mm-hmm. If I'm not happy with the photograph, then I will email you. To list an item, you need to be registered. You have to be registered to list an item.
Right.
With your contact details, if you give a false email address, it will be detected through the system. The system will detect all them errors. So, kind of, if you sell something and I will see it because I vet everything that goes onto the site. Mm-hmm. If I'm not happy with what I'm looking at, then I will contact you. If you're selling an iPad for €20 then, or 20 TR, then I will say, no, this is not right, there's something wrong here.
Yeah.
So I will contact you and say no, or I will remove it straight away. I won't have that.
How did that happen? How can you sell an iPad for 20 TL? Is that
exactly.
wrong?
Yeah.
Okay, so people can register, they can share what they want to sell, and then on the other side, let's say I want to buy something. How do I purchase an item that I like?
When you go to the site and you click on an item that you like, that will take you to a page where there's more details on the item. It will have a telephone number, which is compulsory for the site. When you join, you will be asked for your telephone number and your email address. They're very important. And if you list an item, you will be asked for the price of the item. You will not be able to list an item without these factors. Mm-hmm. So if you like an item and you go to that page, there will be a contact number there, and there is a system where you can contact the seller below, which you can ask him any question that you feel that you need to ask him, and he will be contacted automatically through the system. Mm-hmm. Or you can call him through the telephone number. Right, so
you get the direct contact details there, and then you can phone up and say, I want to buy this,
yeah.
And then it happens.
Then these two people will meet, and the transaction will be made.
And the job is done, and that's it.
Yeah, they have to remove their item after.
So, looking at the site now, and there are lots of different categories. I mean, just to give our viewers a taste of what is on there. I mean, you mentioned a few things, but going alphabetically now, we've got antiques and art, boat and sea, books, businesses for sale, car parts, cars, trucks, vans and bikes, children and babies. I'm not saying children on there, but anyway, I understand what that means. We've got clothing accessories, we've got, going down the list, pottery and glass, photography, sports, wholesale items, TV and movies, toys and games. I mean, a lot. And I think one of the biggest, it also has a number of how many items in that category. I think one of the biggest numbers is for properties. So obviously properties is a big thing here. That's quite an unusual thing to be able to go such a encompassing everything really about North Cyprus, isn't it, this site?
Yeah, it is encompassing everything. Yeah, I mean we've been in the Cyprus Today, the newspaper, mm-hmm. and we got good reviews there. It got passed on to a Russian newspaper, and the site has had lots of interest from Russian users. So that's very positive. Can I just say as well that the Cyprus is in free language. The TRNC Bazaar is in 3 languages. It's in 3 languages. There's a language tab that you press, and it transfers the whole website into whichever user language you want to use it in.
Oh, brilliant! So for those who
if you're Turkish, yeah,
want to change the language, they can. That's very, very interesting to know. But you mentioned about interest in Russia. There are lots of more and more foreigners coming over, not just expats from the UK, yeah. but from various other countries. I mean, for instance, the people from Russia looking at property here?
They are looking at property. That's when, I watch them when they come on the site. I've got a software that I follow people around and I can see what people are looking at. And the Russian people, when they enter the site, they're going straight to the property pages, and they're going through lots of property, not just picking one. They'll be going through 5 or 6 properties. So that's very interesting.
So you can see how people are browsing through the site as well.
Yeah, I mean, yes, I can. I mean, that tells me what to advertise for more, what I can try and get people to list more of.
Yeah. So really, you can also see how many hits you get a day and from what part of the world those hits are coming from.
Yeah, yes, we can. Most percent of that is the TRNC. That's
well, obviously because
it is for our people. So
yeah, you know, living here, the TRNC, it's easier to to make sure that people here can communicate with each other. And obviously, the interest is coming from the TRNC. But what was the response? I mean, the response has been great, but when you see people outside now who know that it's you who are dealing with this, because I know it's a home-based venture, I mean, what's the response like to everyone? Oh, well done, Robbie, for bringing this, you know, we needed this site, and thanks for...
It's very, very much like that at the moment. Everyone's shaking my hand and saying, well done, and everybody's saying, how do I do this, and how do I list this, and where do I find the information for this? And kind of, so that's what I'm telling everybody at the moment. My life has kind of changed in a big way in a month. It's kind of very much changed, but that's very positive, and I'm very pleased with the change, and I'm very enthusiastic, and I'm very happy the way it's going.
Well, it looks really, really good, and again, I mean, it's such an easy site to browse around, and I think so many people like to shop online. Do you think that that's the trend worldwide, as well as here in the TRNC, that people now are sort of like, at home, and because everyone's online, whether it's on a social media site or whether they're just browsing the internet, people now are actually not lazier, but like to shop in the comfort of their own home. Do you think?
I don't like that word lazier, because I think the way the world's going, it is online shopping is the way forward. That is how it is going to be. I think TRNC, we're missing that in a very, very big way, and I think more so the youngsters are enjoying using that. They're finding ways of online shopping. We have problems here with delivery. This is a big problem for TRNC. But why can't we have eBay? Why can't TRNC have eBay? Why can't we have Amazon? Why are we being denied these?
I mean, who knows in the future? Maybe you might be able to get a courier service where the product goes to their house. I mean,
of course.
Who knows? It might be something for the future to think about.
I have so many plans for the future. This is the beginning, and my mind is wide open, and I've got a year's worth of plans now. And the site, I could change the site overnight to something so big with so many different changes, but I have to control this and slowly introduce this into the system.
Yeah, well, it's, like you say, it's only a month old, this site, and it's doing very well at the moment. But what's your profile for the people who are using this site? I mean, would you say it's the younger generation, the older generation? Is it the expat community? Do you have TRNC citizens as well joining you now because of the fact that you can change the language of the site? I mean, can you actually decide or find out which type of people are actually, logging on and
it's very
sharing?
mixed. It's very mixed at the moment. I mean, I watch all the statistics all the time. I need to know where we're going and how we can change, or what can be changed to make this better. So I monitor all the time. It's very mixed. It is mixed, probably more expats, but a very large amount of Cyprus as well. To make me very happy, there's a lot of young people. I've hit the universities, and we seem to be getting so many users joining from universities, and I'm very pleased about that, because online shopping it's not for the younger people, but they seem to be using it more. So I'm very happy about that. There's a few universities that have not heard about me yet. Hopefully your show will bring that to me.
Hopefully. Well, the aim of our programs here on BRTK is to promote different aspects of the TRNC, and your site is one aspect of the TRNC, which is up and coming, and I think it's the future of, as you say, shopping. Everyone will be shopping online soon. So do you think that there are great bargains to be had? I mean, like you said before, you control, and obviously, no one's going to sell an iPad for 20 TL. You're going to obviously say, what's wrong here? What is it? Is it, God forbid it's stolen or whatever? Obviously, there's some sort of regulation. But would you like to say that, this is a great opportunity to get something that, maybe cheaper than other stores? I mean, obviously people are selling them second hand.
Yes.
But could I sell something that's new that I haven't used before? I mean, is there regulations on this?
No, not at all, and that has been happening. There's lots of new items on there that people have not used before. There's been items on there that people have purchased, not used, and is so much cheaper than it would be if we call it new. It's not new, but it is new because it's not been used.
Yeah.
So there is bargains to be had. If you look on the site, there's quite a bit of that on now.
So you can actually sort of like, you can see, obviously the seller chooses the price they want to get for it, and that is set. It's not an auction where the bidder. No. But for instance, do you have any problems with, let's say, an item's really, really popular? I mean, who gets the last? I mean, does the seller, or is it first come, first served?
It's first come, first served.
So really, in a way, you should be on the site regularly to see, when the new things.
I mean, I like buying online. I do like buying online, and I mean, I'm very lucky because I'm on the site all day. So if I see something, I buy it very quickly.
you also buy things
of course.
That you see that you like on the site.
I've seen a jacket I like very much on there that I need to go up after the show, and I need to go and buy this.
Okay, go and get the jacket then. But for instance, Robbie, how many new items a day would you say are uploaded onto the site now? I mean, is it a lot, or would you say, log in every 2 days, or log in every day, or log in? I mean, how frequently would you update the site?
Like I said before, it's a very new site. It's only 1 month old, so people are learning. Like I said before, the numbers of people that are viewing are far outweigh the people that are selling, and that's very disappointing to me at the moment. I'm sure this will grow. We're getting listings at the moment. 10 items per day is what people are listing at the moment.
Right. So it's not too bad, really, at the end of the day. I mean, for a new site like this, obviously it'd be nicer to have more and more.
Of course, yeah, we
but
would.
As you say, maybe with this program, and you've been on in the newspaper as well, Cyprus Today, maybe with all this advertising promotion, maybe more and more people would actually, find out about it. And of course, you are on Facebook as well.
We are on Facebook, yeah.
So for those who are on Facebook, they can find you and get more information there. I know that on Facebook, I've noticed that you also promote some of the items on Facebook as well, don't you? And the latest stuff or some of the newest.
We understand that people don't like change, and people have been using Facebook and they like to use Facebook, so we've kind of gone with that as well. And we have our own Facebook page, and anything's listed on our website will be listed. It will be listed on our Facebook page within 20 minutes of it being listed. So people that are still using the old Facebook's fashion, that's not a problem. They can go onto our Facebook page and they can still buy the item now. But we do encourage them to look at the website. Yeah, because obviously there's so much to see on the website. Yeah. So much to share with the people there. And this is a gap in the market that you're trying to fill here. It's a new venture, but you said you've got great ideas coming up. But I mean, this is limitless for you now, because I mean, it can go so big. As you're the actual limit of how much you can cope with, which is 2 of you. I mean, could this become a big company, for instance? I mean, eBay is a big company, and it's just you and your sister doing this now. I mean, what happens if it goes out of control? You need more people. Well, I would like it to grow like that. I mean, of course. I mean, I don't know how that will happen, or if it did happen, how I would control that. All I can say, Jenny, is I'm happy with the way that it is at the moment, and when it grows and it starts becoming more than 2 people there, of course I will take more people on, and we will kind of change. But the first year will be our first year will be, let's see what we can do for the first year. I think that's what I would like to say as well. Is I'd like to say to people that it's not just about selling items and buying items. If you have a service, I mean, I'd like you to advertise your service on there. If you clean cars, and you can advertise that on the website. So if someone's looking to have their car cleaned in Gurney, just put in the search bar cleaning cars, and that will tell you 5 places in Gurney that is cleaning cars, and you have your pick then where you want to have it done. So you don't mind any personal ventures or any companies advertising their services on the site as well then? It's for services. It's like a directory of services as well. Of course I would like that. Whatever shop you have, you can list maybe 1 item on there, and then you can advertise your shop in the description. You can tell people about your shop and what you sell. Or let's say somebody, I mean, as you said before, a window cleaner, or it's winter now, so let's say somebody selling logs. Someone's listed logs. We have a log. Really? Yeah, we have, of course. I didn't even know this. I'm just, yeah, we have. Yeah, we have. Which is, actually, it's very serious and very important. It is very serious. We're always burning the fires at the moment. It's been quite a cold winter, so that's a great service. So somebody out there who isn't interested in just selling but actually providing a service, or those who want to see
where they can get this service. Let's say, oh my God, I need logs. Let's go on to TRC Bazaar. Where can we get logs from?
You'll find logs on there, yeah, for sale.
You know, it's actually a public service as well, isn't it? When you think about it.
Yeah, it is a public service, and we'd like more of that. We haven't got too much of that at the moment. But then I've not been trying to advertise it as a public service. But from now, I'm trying to push it as a public service as well for everybody, all users, definitely.
You mentioned the Guinea area. Is it all based in Guinea at the moment, or can people from any other part of the TRNC, you know, obviously picking things and delivering things up will be more difficult, but let's say somebody in Lefkoshia join the site and they want to advertise, as long as the people are willing to meet somewhere. I mean, can anyone from the TRNC, you know...
I know I keep mentioning Guinea, but that's just because I'm based there, but I would say 40% of our users are from Famagusta. Massive. The university in Famagusta.
The students population.
Yeah, and we're in Lapta. We have a big following in Lapta. We have we're all over Cyprus. So just because I say Gurney, that's only because I'm based. I'm using the wording quite a lot, but it's all over the island.
No, I just wanted to point out to our viewers that, you know, it isn't just that, you know, people in the Guinea area buying and selling and, you know, sharing things. Anyone from the TRNC can go on to the trncbazaar.com website and see what's there. Talking about advertising, because people are saying, probably thinking out there, or maybe some people might be thinking, well, what do Robbie and Lorraine get out of this? And in fact, at the moment, you're not really getting much, are you? Apart from satisfaction that people are enjoying the site, because there's no commission for you, is there, at the moment?
No commission at all. We're actually losing money. We have to pay for servers. We have a certificate called SSL, which is a security certificate, which we have to pay for yearly, and it protects users' details. We have that in force. We have our server costs. We're actually losing money, and we understand that we will lose money for the first year. And we kind of know that. Like you said, we're enjoying the satisfaction, and as we are at the moment. That's what we're.
However, on the site, you are selling advertising space or promoting advertising space. So maybe in the future, those who don't want to put something up on the site but would like to advertise, can actually come and, you know, speak with you and say, well, you know, can we have a little spot on your site promoting, I don't know, a restaurant, a hotel?
Yeah, we decided that we were going to put advertising space there, and long-term goals will be to sell advertising space. But for this year, it will be free advertising space, and everybody's welcome for a little spot. If they want to put a little ad in, contact me, and I will do your artwork for you if you want. Or if you have your own artwork, send me your artwork, and I will give you a little space on there for your advertising.
Well, it's very generous of you at the moment, you know, but. It's all, you know, for a good cause.
It's for a service. I want to give TRNC people a service. I really do feel, and I'm very strong about this, that we are missing something online, and for us having that's for sure.
But Robbie, the next step would be probably in the future to actually pay online as well. I mean, don't forget that, you know, if you buy on Amazon, you know, you're, you know, a similar site, you know, you're using your credit card details, and you're, you know, having deliveries. So, I mean, you know, this is a very good site. But then, do you think that if it gets bigger, you know, if it takes off, and there are so many things on there, that later on in the future you might be able to change how the site works, maybe to even, you know, give it opportunity to pay?
Like I said to you, I've got ideas already, and there's. If I'm honest with you, all the software is written. You can pay online, but that would be 2 years away. I think we're not ready for that yet.
Yeah,
not
just yet.
Not just yet. But the software it's all been written, all right.
But you could do it if you wanted to.
We could do it. I think we'd have a problem with delivery service at the moment.
Yeah, that's what as you were saying before. But
yeah, I think so. But maybe that will come. I hope it comes. I hope we can come to some solution on the delivery service.
And that would be really, you know,
it would be our own eBay.
Yeah. That would be the TRNC.
And I'm so angry that we're not allowed to have eBay. I think it's so unfair of these companies.
When you compare this site to other sites, I mean, okay, eBay is an internationally renowned site, but you know, you're not too far off. You know, in a similar vein. It looks very classy. It looks very good. I mean, are you proud of what you put out there? And do you think that you could be on a par with other international sites, similar sites to yours?
I would like to think so. Yeah, I hope so, and I will put every effort in. I'm not one of these people that will build something and leave that to work on its own. It won't work on its own. I'll be there every day, and I'll be pushing it. And you can talk to me every day. Just if you just want to have a chat, just come on the chat line, and I'll be there. You can talk to me. But yeah, my plans are for this to go further and further, and I'll strive for that as well every day. if things need changing, or if you see something that needs correction, please contact me and let me know, and I will change that instantly. I will be straight into the program and change it completely. You found a fault today, and I will change that as soon as I go home. With the child thing, you said, and I will change that as soon as I get in.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it means that you're constantly online and you're constantly, you know, by the laptop or your computer. But, you know, I mean, just again, looking at the site now, I mean, you've got sports shoes.
Yes.
There. You've got an oven. You have a one-off oil painting. I mean, it's a variety.
It is very much across the board. We have most categories. We're starting to put stuff in all the categories now, which is very nice. But I mean, how many people out there sell trainers in shops? These people come forward, put some of your trainers on our store, and put your address of your shop. And if the user sees that, he'll come and buy it for me. It's brilliant advertising for you people. It's
a brilliant advertising venture that I'm sure will you know take off as the months go by. But,
yes.
I mean, for instance, here original Top Gear DVDs. You know, I mean, there's no limit to what can be sold here. I'm sure people are having fun just looking to see what is available. What would you say, aside from the property, what would you say would be one of the most popular categories that people are really, you know, keen on sharing or keen on buying?
Mobile phones. Seems to be mobile phones at the moment. Property is the categories that are filled the most.
That's a niche market.
Yeah, it's a niche market, but for the average user, that is mobile phones, definitely, for sure. People like a mobile phone.
People like a mobile phone.
They do.
Like a cheap mobile phone.
They do like a cheap mobile phone. They do, and I mean you'll find them on there. They will be there. And can I just say as well? I'd like to thank all my users as well. I mean the users that I've got already. We chat online and everything else, and thank you very much. There's a lot of them, and they're looking after me.
Great. So I think you said about over 100 users.
Yes, and positive feedback from all of them, and not people I know. They're not my friends. They're
it's not all Robbie's and Ray's mates.
Definitely not at all. They're people from Famagusta, the college, the universities, and all these people. Just positive feedback continuously, and they're very nice people, and I thank them for that.
Have you had any problems with, let's say, inferior? I mean, I know that you check the photographs to make sure that, you know, but has there been a problem where somebody said, well, you know, I went to buy something and then it was something completely different or not what I expected? I mean, how can you get over things like that? Or are you just trusting everyone will be honest enough to?
We have some software that it stores everyone's username, and we keep notes on the user. And if we recognise that a user, we get negative feedback from 3 or 4 people or 2 people, negative feedback from that user, we'll put a note in there and we'll just watch him. And that's making other people safe, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
We kind of have to watch that. We've not had that so far, but we have that in. We have.
But
that.
You could do that.
We could do that. We are doing that.
You can control.
We can control that.
And if you don't like something, I'm sure in the end you can probably bar something.
We will bar them. Yeah, we will take them off. Yeah.
If someone's just being stupid on there or not being honest enough, then
that's very true.
And I suppose, I mean, some people might think about the, the security situation, but I mean, do you think online shopping is secure enough? Doing this type of shopping, would you recommend people now, look, if you're looking for something specific, come to our site, and I guarantee 99% of the time you'll be happy with what you buy. It's all very, very safe and very, because some people might be a bit worried about, not seeing the product or not seeing the person they're buying from straight away. I mean, you've vetted everyone. Well, you can vet with usernames and passwords and emails, and you're checking that person's a real person and not.
We do that, yeah. We do.
Not somebody in Australia being stupid or whatever.
No, like I said, we check IP addresses. If it's not a separate IP address, then we ban them straight away. That's not allowed. As in product, we can't. The user deals with another user. It doesn't come through us, really. The telephone number's there. They contact the user. They arrange to meet and go and look at the product. If he's not happy with the product, he doesn't buy it, does he? He doesn't pay his money there and then. Yeah. I mean, we've had that already. We've had users turn up to people's addresses and they say, well, we wasn't happy with what we see. That's fine. No one's going to be happy 100% of the time what they're purchasing.
Yeah.
So that's kind of, we're not in 100% control of that at all, and we never will be. So all we can do is monitor, like we said, and we'll just keep notes of these people. And that's how that will work, that, I'm afraid. That's for now anyway, until we come up with... We've got a little system that will take place not too far away, where people will be starred. And if they sell an item, they will get, like eBay, they will get stars and points. And if you sell 5 items, you'll get 5 stars, and that will grow. And if people are happy with you, they'll look at your stars and say, well, you can't be that bad, because he gets 5 stars or he's got 100 stars. We trust this user.
So as the site develops and as the feedback comes along, it'll be more comprehensive, probably, the deal of the day or the best buy, and, and that way it becomes more of a, a professional site.
We have deal of the day now, and it only goes on every now and then. If I think something that is like, I look at something and I go, wow, that is really good. Straight away, quickly, I'll put that on deal of the day. You open the home page and there will be a deal of the day banner with this product in. We do that already, but I mean, it must warrant what I think is the deal of the day.
Yeah.
So we are doing that already.
So you confer with your sister about what we can do, and
Of course, my sister has the final say.
So nobody's the boss then?
Well, I think so, yeah.
Well, somebody has to be the boss.
Of course, yeah.
Somebody has to make all the final decision.
Yeah, of course, that's
executive decision. But as you say, I mean, there's so much out there that can be shared with people. I mean, what was lying in your parents' garage that they didn't want, and you quickly stepped in there, and instead of just throwing it away, they actually made a little bit of money out of this. And if you go for anybody else is having like a clear out maybe, and it wants to share, if it's in good condition, if it's working, if it's not, I mean,
I had a lady. I mean, this is a true story. I spoke to a lady last night, and she was complaining on Facebook about someone. So I said, well, come and have a look at our site. So she straight come on, and she went straight back to Facebook. She went, oh my God, this is amazing. Straight away she listed 2 items. So I said, thank you very, very much. She went, I'm going to have a clear out the weekend. I've got about 5 or 6 things I need to list. And I was like, thank you very much. Just from that, from Facebook. And that's what we're talking about, people listing what they find in the cupboard.
So, I mean, there's one person's rubbish, another person's treasure.
Very, very true.
So, never be afraid to share in this way. And who knows where this will lead, Robbie? It will go bigger and bigger. And as you said, you've got some plans in your mind at the moment for the next year or two.
We have, yes, we have.
Maybe we can say watch this space in the future.
I think so. I'd like to think that, yeah. Watch this space.
Unfortunately, you don't have any offices. Your office is your home. And I don't want to give out your address to people coming, knocking on your door. But, as you said, if anyone wants to find you, you are online all the time.
All the time, yeah. They
can find you on the TRNC Bazaar website. Is that the only way they can contact you? Is that the best way to contact you, do you think? If they want, if any queries and...
I'm on Facebook, and I mean, my Facebook tab's always open, so you can contact me through Facebook. Just be my friend, and we'll accept that. You can contact us through the website. Chat is on most of the time. You just click the chat, and I'll be there. And you can email me at trmcbazaar@hotmail.com. And you can contact me there as well.
Right, so any queries, any problems, they can reach you very, very easily. As you said, you're on Facebook and you've got the website, and from here, it's just all on the way up. I mean, as you said, you didn't expect it to be so... quickly catching on amongst the public, but it has.
It has, and it's growing very, very fast, and I'm excited about leaving you and going back and seeing how many more new users and what's the how. That's what I'm going to do.
Well, once this program is aired, I'm sure you'll get a few more hits. I'm hoping.
I'm hoping.
Fingers crossed. But is there a target for you? I mean, do you give yourself targets? Now that you've got this, I want to have so many, members, so many hits per. I mean, will you start then saying to people, advertising, saying, look, come to this site because you get, you're bound to sell your product because you will get, over 1,000 hits a day, for instance, or, I mean, are you hoping for targets in the future?
We're hoping for targets, and the targets that are in place now have been overmet by far. The monthly statistics are absolutely amazing. I would never have dreamt of that. The only statistic that hasn't been met that could be a little bit disappointing, like I said, is people joining. Although people don't, like I said, people don't have to join to look at things and to buy things. They don't. But what joining means is, like I said before, it takes us seriously, and we need, the more members we get, the more people will look and say, look, do you know what, look, there's like X amount of hundreds of users. We have to put our stuff here because this is where everyone is at the moment.
But I think, don't you feel that people are probably curious to look and like to see what's going on rather than actively join?
That's very true.
I think you've probably got more buyers than sellers.
We have got more buyers than sellers. I'd love to change that, but I don't know how to yet.
Yeah.
But I'm working on it.
So we are encouraging, our viewers out there, if you have anything you would like to sell, then Robbie and Lorraine are more than happy to promote your goods on their site. And so we do need a few more things. I mean, actually, the more things to sell on there, the more people will start browsing, because there'll be more things to actually browse.
That is very, very true.
You know, if you've only got 2 or 3 different items in each category, it's not really a lot to keep.
No.
So we want more people to...
We definitely want more people to join. We want more listings.
Well, Robbie, with that thought, I think it's time for us to say thank you once again for coming down today to BRTK.
Thank you for having me, Joe.
Based in Guinea area, but I'm sure that the whole world soon will hear about trncbazaar.com. Thank you for putting the TRNC on the map in this fashion, and I hope that the site more than it has in the first month that it's been online. Thank you for all your patience, and it's a long day for you to be behind the online all the time, but you're there most of the day.
It's a service for the TRNC people.
A service for the TRNC, which I'm sure will be very, very greatly appreciated by everyone who's using it. But thank you once again for all your services, and keep us informed about how things go.
Thank you.
And we look forward to hearing from you again in the future.
Thank you, Jim.
And with that, we've come to the end of our very interesting interview with Robbie Vigus. And again, if you want to find out more, I mean, I'm logging on now at the moment. I don't know whether I should become a member or not. I don't have much to sell, but I'd like to browse. But it's www.trncbazaar.com. Just very quickly, if you want to see how the site looks, so you can recognise it. It's very, very jolly. Join us. It's very, very bright, and it's also on Facebook as well. So if you see lovely logo, then you know to join. And who knows what great bargain you'll find, or what bargain you'll be able to give somebody else if you have something to sell on this site. But anyway, thanks to Robbie and Lorraine for their hard work, and thank you for joining us on A Cup of Conversation. Until next week, take care. Goodbye.